Hi, Rabbi. Hi, Rabbi. How you doing?
Oh, Sam. So happy to meet you.
Ah, so what?
Keep the camera straight. What's your name?
What's your name?
My name is Eliezer Goldsmith, originally Elliot Goldsmith. I come from London.
From London.
And
very nice.
Grew up in Edgware with a few brothers. I am the baby. You see me here with my grandparents' holiday home.
Very nice.
I grew up a very happy secular life and in the music business, and I was always big favourite with my parents and unfortunately my mum. I'm a North London Jew, and we had a very nice life, very positive, and I was looking for meaning, I was looking for something a little bit different. You can see me as a teenager, a little bit angry teenager with the rock and roll musician scene, or rather let's say the sex, drugs and rock and roll.
We've done
then I
change.
had a lot of the change, and then I had a friend. We made a battle of the bands, and then you see Johnny Friedman himself, he was the lead singer, and James Burke, and Joel Brer, and there I am, jamming the guitar. I was the songwriter with Joel, and Johnny was the energetic singer, and we actually won the battle of the bands, and that's why we're in the newspaper. Music was a very big part of my growing up, and it helped channel my frustrated feelings as a kid, and what's going on in the world, as every teenager knows, and it's got more and more intense, as I've seen coming back to the teenage world now, being part of a program like Nayakov and other programs which I've been part of over the years, and I've seen the importance of helping young people with that transition in time, especially when they're about to become an adult. Personally, it's a bit of a cool picture this, when I met my wife, we got married. This is just before I got married, and I was with my brothers. This is after I got married, jamming in the studio. This is doing a concert just before we were going to get married with a famous singer called Elion, very good musician. We were called the Eliezers. We're both called Eliezer. And then we got married. This is dancing at my chasna. And this is just before when I came to Israel. I came looking for spirituality. A little bit different.
How was you?
Yeah, things changed a little bit.
Things changed.
I just want to show you the house I grew up after I became firm. When I came back to England, I saw my father made a bris in his house, and my brother Jeremy and my other brother Paul were there, and there's my grandfather, unfortunately he's not alive, and there's Uncle Harvey, famous guy, yeah, in the background, Harvey Goldsmith, and look, there is the Rolling Stones. This is why I grew up with on the wall, and if you look behind, the book collection is all music.
Oh, they got a Stones picture up there?
Stones picture. The question is, who's the extra hand in the picture? There's 11 hands in the picture. That's
who's the extra hand?
Question. It's a famous question.
They don't, still this day, we do not
You know how it is in the business.
Yeah.
So this is my father and his uncles, my uncles I mean, and his brothers. There's my father Martin Goldsmith, and there's my uncle Harvey and Stuart, and it shall be well. The point is that I went on a change of life, and I ended up in Israel, travelling around Israel. Here's me in the desert. There's me going back to England with the transition, with my friends. There's Johnny and James again, and someone else, Dominic. And this is like all the different time periods going on. How many more interesting things. Oh, that's when we got married. Oh, we're going to get married, and that's one of the famous rabbis who wear scissors. Scheinberg, lots of scissors and tefillin all day. To my wife, to be, and me. And then we got married with the chuppah. Yeah, the Midnightrabbi. It was a little bit more normal then, like in terms of my lifestyle. Had a normal schedule. And then, after getting married and realising, going out in the streets once in a while late at night, I saw what was going on outside. The basically things were not so simple, yeah, for the young generation, as you know. Yeah? It's just music, I don't know what happened over here. Seems to have gone to some acid smiley face. Funny enough. That sums up the world today. when it's crashed. It's a virus message. Okay, we'll have to turn it off and start it up. Never saw it do that before. Must be the honour of this interview. Keep the focus on. Oh, you're having a cigarette, very
No, but I have the focus on you the whole time.
Beautiful, you did brilliant. This guy is late at night. What's the time? It's like 3 in the morning. Something.
3 something.
This guy just about to sleep and he's willing to take out a few minutes. I'm going to show you some transitional pictures. This is when I used to jam in a cafe called Disco Biscuit in Brighton. This is one of the gigs we did, like a real heavy bar over there, like a real grungy, crazy scene.
That's cool.
In Brighton, and this is in my hippie days when I transferred myself from being a nightclub runner to becoming someone hippie, hanging out in the hills and the beach and getting high after life. And then that was the transition. Then I came to Israel. I was jamming on the way home. Some friends. This is one of my musical friends, Joe, we saw before. This is my brother-in-law. And we went on a whole journey. I have some pictures of some other friends, other stories here. Very interesting photo album. It was when I came to Israel and everything was flipping around. I was starting to have experiences, spiritual experiences, I never really had before growing up in London. There's Johnny Freeman, a good friend of ours. And there's his dog. We went to Morshiba concert. We used to hang out with this combi van. We bought a van together and we hanged out. And this is a very important transitional time in our life. And this is where I've ended up on the spiritual path to become the Midnightrabbi. Because I saw once growing up the importance of the night time and what kids were doing. And then I saw the importance of being in Israel, and the streets at night were filled with kids of all different types. Not from old, young, everything. The streets are packed nowadays at night, as we all know. It's true. People have a nightlife. It's the way things have gone. And the importance of being around, someone giving up their time, giving up their sleep a little bit, and being around. Now we have a music project, U-Muse, which was developed because of the importance of music. Like I was just playing one of the old tunes from one of our rappers, Baruch. Yeah? This is one of the things we did last year. And we saw the importance. It gave him self-esteem. It gave him physically. He had a very hard past. And I saw his life go from a very difficult place to a very positive place. As he is still going right now, and we're in the process of Ezra, and we can show he's mamish moving so amazing, and they're working together, and they're making such brilliant songs. And then there's the concert, which is a big thing. I'll show you a picture if everything would work over here. Alright, we'll come back to it in a minute. It takes a bit of time, maybe it's overload.
Back over here.
Yeah, exactly. The main point is that you'll see all the information. Hopefully we'll send it to you, what we're doing, what we're accomplishing. But the point why I want to say at this late hour at night is that the journey that me personally went on as a teenager and as someone who in the modern world, I can relate to the kids, and I want them to get as much help and support in this transitional time, so they shouldn't, God forbid, end up with any heavy drug issues, or they should be able to get to the point where they're able to function in society and be able to get married in a positive way like I was able to. And I'm not saying I wouldn't have made it anyhow, but the point is that the challenges are much greater now, and anybody can help people, on their path. And especially with music. Music's such a big influence on the generation, and it definitely needs some guidance exactly how to do it and use it, and the people at the top all the way down to the people at the bottom. And we're hoping, Be'ez Hashem, that we'll see with the music that we're doing and the ideas and the help and the involvement of people from the top of the business all the way down. Here's the poster we have. We hope to just a little bit change it to make it a little bit more different before the actual concert, but we're just waiting for the last information from the Great Synagogue, if we can get the go-ahead to perform there, which is, that reminds me I have to send them an email, and from all the acts, the headliners and all the young performers, so we can just make a fixed decision about the whole concert so that it should take off in the best way. Right now we're looking to make a second concert. We were thinking at first this year, but it might be a better idea to do it in the new year when someone like Matziel was around and involve him, because he's one of the big people out there now, and so that he can have an involvement in this, because it's important that he realizes that there's a youth coming up of musicians who are being influenced by what he's doing and what he's done, and we hope that everyone will be able to have a good influence on each other, positive influence. The music industry will grow into a more spiritual, positive, inspiring place, so that people don't not necessarily have to, not a difference when they become frum, it's just the difference that they're in a positive headspace. And the music industry right now is not in a positive headspace, as we know. So this is the main challenge, that we've got to change things around. And also we need new equipment. We need to make the studio much better. We need to have better equipment for the office. Everything needs to go up a level. Like right now, I don't know, it takes so long to load up. You know, everything needs to be on a higher level of standard, of quality, to be able to keep up with what's going on. And I appreciate your time, and I hope that you will understand youth and music, the unity of bands, the idea of bringing the music world together, the idea of helping youth late at night, being around for them, being available for them in times where they're having struggles. And Bez Hashem, everyone should be zonche, we should all merit that we should be able to help each other and all come together in a positive way to sing the final song with our Redeemer and soon in our days. Amen.